Hey, this is Tim here. Hope you're doing well. I'm in the mood to do this example number 14, which is just a 2D DeWalt drill. I've used this example for years now. 15 years even. Shouldn't say that. And it covers an awful lot of AutoCAD techniques, which are useful. So I know it's a pretty old-fashioned looking drill, but there's a lot of good techniques. We're going to learn hatching, controlling the shading, ellipses, arrays, important blocks, um, hexagons, all lots and lots of stuff. So what I would say to you is probably print this out. So this is page number 9 in the book, and you either want to have a second monitor or print this out, because there's a lot of details in this little tutorial. All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to create a new part. I'm going to go into set sheets, and then manufacturing imperial, and I'm going to go into model, and I'm going to turn off these blocks which I was using in the previous tutorial. So I go into view and I can turn off the blocks like that. I'll go back to home and let's create a construction 1 layer, and we'll make it yellow. And we'll just get our Y and X construction lines going. So specify a point 0, 0, like so. And I'm going to move on to the second page, and I'm looking at this here, and we will say that this is 0, 0. So I need to come up 1.8 and over 0.4, 1.8 and over 0.4, isn't it? So I'll go offset 1.8, and I'll go 4, and this is going to be the barrel of the drill, and let's put in a little rectangle. Make sure your snap cursor and your object snap, one of these days I'll know what the difference is between them, and polar tracking, we like that. Right, the next thing, I want an ellipse, which is right there. Let's do an end. There's one end, there's the second end, and I'm going to go from here over, and it says polar 0.13. Specify distance to other axis, it's 0.4, and that'll give the nice back end of the drill. And I'm just going to go trim, press enter. Look at that, lovely. All right, now hold on, let's come down here. We're going to come down here 3 and see if we can get that point there. So we come down 3 and we'll come over 1, and then I'll go up 100 degrees. Let's do that with the main layer. Okay, now hopefully that's 1. And is that 1? Let's check it. Yeah, 1, we're laughing. We go back to construction, and I'm going to go construction line, A for angular. I'm going to put in 100 degrees. Ah, look at that. There, like so. And then I'm going to come over another 1.5, and I'll do the same thing again. I'm pressing escape a hell of a lot here, and I'm not even paying that much attention to the command line, but I probably should. A for angular, it's one of the options there. What is the angle of the construction line? 100, like so. And I'm going to go back to 0, and I'm going to go from here up to there, from here up to there, and I'll get rid of that line. We don't need it anymore. And I'm going to it looks like there's a little 0.3 radius on both sides, is there? Yeah, we'll say 0.3 radius on both sides. So let's turn off the old construction lines. What are we going to need to do? Trim and fill it, or for radius 0.3. I'll click one, and then I'll click the other one. Can you click a point? If I let me just go fill it. I would assume it's the same. No, I got to click the first and then the second. It takes whatever's in memory. Now, I'm going to drop down. I'm going to give myself a construction line as 0.8. I'm getting that from here. See your 0.8? 0.8. Click the point, drop it down, and then what are we doing? Then it says 0.4. Let me just. So I need to go back to 0, and I'm going to come from this point, and I'm going to walk over 0.4, and then I'm going to drive north. What I'm going to do in this example is I'm just going to bring it up straight. I'm going to bypass, because it wants to interfere with that point, or that tangent point, which is very, very close. And I just drive it up past it, and I'll just trim it. The main thing is that it's 90 degrees. Now there's a little radius of 0.1 on here, so I'll go R for radius 0.1, and I have that little. There's our little I don't know, trigger or whatever the hell it's called. Now this is solid, so let's just do that now. We're going to go here for hatch. I'm going to select it. I'm going to make it solid, and I'm going to go close hatch creation. Piece of cake. Now the next step is this gripper, this type of rubber gripper. So how are we going to do that? Let's go back. We're going to come up 0.5, and then we're going to come up 1.9, and then we're going to come over 0.25 and over 0.25, and then add all of the fillets on it. All right. So let's get our old construction lines going. And I'm going to get rid of this line because you don't need it anymore. And I'm going to go offset 0.25, and then 1.9. All right, and then I'm going to do another offset of 0.25. I'm going to do it again, and this is my parallelogram, I think it's what it's called. And I'll just fill it in, and I'll turn off the construction lines. And what's next? I'm going to get a 0.25 fillet, or for radius 0.25. I click one, and then I click the other. Now hold on, let's click M for multiple, and it will just keep on doing it. Like so. Now what's next? Let's get the hatch, and we're going to find one. We don't want brick. What do we want? I'm just looking here now. Balls, hex. No. Maybe hex. Maybe is what it is, but the scale is different. No, wrong way. 0.1. No, that doesn't work. 0.25. Now, does it tell me what it does say the gripper section of the part is hatch type hex, scale 0.25, and that's it. Don't worry about that. It says that it's having an issue determining the boundary of the shape, but let's hold on. I'm going to click close. There you go. And that's that. So look, let's save it. That was a lot of work. And what do we call this? DeWalt drill. Alright. So I'm on step number 2 now. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm on step number 2, which is the DeWalt label. So again, I come down 0.3 and then I come down 1.2. Now I'm going to get myself another construction layer, because that original construction layer has too much going on. Alright, and we'll move on to it. Alright, and I'm going to come down 0.3, and then I'm going to come down how much? 1.2. Alright, and then I'm going to come over 1 and then over 2, and let's just get this box with the DeWalt around it. Alright, let's have a look. 1, and then offset 2, like so. And I'm going to put a rectangle around it. Let's go back to the 0 layer. And I'm going to do an offset of what? 0.1. 0.1. Oh, I love it. Very nice. And then I'm going to, what is that fillet size? Let's add the fillets later. And then I'm going to come over 0.2 and 0.2 to get that funky looking shape. Offset 0.2. Alright, and that, now let's think about this for a second. I'm going to imagine, let's think about this. We come over to 0.2. What happens if we come over to 0.5 as well on either side? 0.5. That seems very big. Let's try that again. 0.5. Okay. And there. And I want a center line. Now, this is, what the hell is this? This is 1, isn't it? If I come, okay, that'll do there. That'll do 2 though. I'll get another. Oh, look at that, lovely. Let's try that again. Now, forgive me, I'm not doing a very good job of narrating. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. So that is there. Now, what the hell are we going to do? Is that is that a full circle? Maybe it is. No. I would use the construction lines. Alright, just hold on. If I get a circle and I go from there to there, no. What happens if I go from there to there? That might look better actually. I'm going to go from there to there, and I'm going to trim this. Okay, and I'm going to put in a line like so. Let's turn off this for a second, and then let's offset this. No, come on now. 0.1 like there and like there, and then I'm going to trim. And let's just get rid of that tail. And let's mirror this over. If you think you can do a better job I don't know if the right word is stylizing this. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but I want you to put a little bit of effort into it. I don't want it to look like an ancient, crappy looking drill. Or hold on, let's try this again. From the 1970s. Select the first point of the mirror line. Select the second point of the mirror line. Erase source objects. Enter. There we go. What we could do is I could add some hatch there, could I? No, geez, that's too much. I don't know. No. Let's get rid of that. Let's put a little fillet. M for multiple, R for radius. We'll make it 0.05, and I'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. Just keep going. And I'm going to add this little fillet all over the place. Right, hold on a second. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, now what happens if I do this and I go maybe this and this, and I want to make them solid? That's interesting. And what about this point as well? Oh, that's kind of nice. I can always change that, so don't worry if you don't like that. Let's put an old text in. So from there to there is DEWALT, and I'm going to make this. Can I make this Calibri? Doesn't look too bad. Can I move that around? Not bad. I'm going to put a box around it, and I'm going to do the fillets again. M for multiple. You don't have to design a DeWalt drill. Yours can be Black & Decker or Milwaukee or whatever your drill of choice is. I like DeWalt, I'm not going to lie. they are a good drill. Whatever you want, it doesn't matter. So there's that. And then I designed this about 15 years ago. It's not too, like, it's not bad. Let's turn on the old yellow things, the construction line, and I'm just going to get rid of some of these lines. We don't need them all, like so. And we're on to, let's save it. We're on to step number 3. It says typically the sections of both sides of a drill are held together with socket head screws. So let's put them in. Now, so let's just put in a line here and put in another line here, like so. And then I'm going to offset. And what is the offset distance? 0.1. From there to there, is that right? 0.1. And from there to there. And then 0.3. Like so. Now there's our center points for 4 circles. Let's just do 1. And we want to make it look like. And then we're going to get this is embarrassing. I don't know where it is. Where is the hexagon? It could be right in front of me and I wouldn't know it. Is it that one there? 3D polyline. Oh, this is embarrassing. Polygon. Where the hell is polygon? Alright, F1. Polygon. Oh, look at that. Cheeky. Right there. So right here, it says here, enter number of sides. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's your center. Is it inscribed or circumscribed? I would say it's inscribed. And I'm just going to click on right there. That's too much. That's not what we want. Let's try it again. Polygon. 6. Right there. And I'm gonna make it something like that. And I'm gonna go copy. And I'm gonna highlight it. Press enter. I'm done selecting the objects. Specify base point. Right there. Right there. Right there. And I'm going to turn off construction 2. And it's looking nice. I'm going to save it. We're on the second part of step 3. Hexagon inscribe. Yeah, we did this. So we're doing this sort of battery bracket mount. So I have it in front of me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get a line and I'm going to lock into the midpoint. I'm going to come down 0.4. I'm going to come over. It says 2.1 right there. I'm going to divide that by 2. 2.1, which is 1. It says it right there. 1.05. I'm going to bring this up, track that point, and bring it over. And I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to come over 1.05 again, and then up. No, wakey wakey, and drag that over to there. And what is that? It looks like a radius 0.2 of a fillet. M for multiple. something like that. And then there's like an inside little shape as well. And what is that? It needs to come over 0.7. So I'm just gonna, I'll get the old constructions going. Right, let's try that again. We'll get on the right layer. And let's, what is that, 0.7? Alright, and then we come up 0.2. So point 0.2, alright. From there to there, and I'm just after boxing out what I want to draw. 2, 3, 4. Now what is, I'm going to turn off the construction now, and we'll move on to another construction layer, and that's 0.1. R for radius, 0.1. Not bad. So we have that little battery. I don't know what I have made them fillets. Probably that's the right size. Now, we're going to move on to this section here, and we're done with the drill housing. So this is 0.1, and then there's a funky angle there. Okay. So, I'm going to start here and come down 0.1, and then I'm going to come over 0.5. I wish I could draw an angle here. Now let's see if we can do it. 0.5, tab, enter. No, I don't know how to do that easily. I'm going to get too many construction lines there. Let's get another construction layer. Alright, we get a construction line, and from here I need one that's at 85 degrees, or is it 5 degrees or 85? We'll find out. A for angular, 85. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to work. Construction line, A for angular, 5. Beautiful. Alright, and I'm going to get another construction line, and I'm going to come over 1, a total of 1. Alright, so let's go back here. So from there to there to there, and let's turn off that construction now. What is that fillet? It's 0.2. So we're going to get a fillet of R for radius, 0.2. So from that line to that line, and then let's mirror this across. So let's turn on our construction tree, and we're going to go mirror. We're going to select all of this. Okay, we're done selecting objects, so I press enter. The first point of the mirror line is this. It could be any point, really 2 points in that whole line. I snap to it. Do we want to erase the source objects? No. So I just press enter. I'm going to draw a line between here and here. Now, that should be solid as well. But what will that look? Let's see how that looks. That's too much. We'll think about that later. Let's save it. Right, this isn't looking too bad. We're on step number 4. Once the drill housing is complete, start working on the drill battery. Create a new construction layer, or create a new layer called drill battery, which I haven't been doing. I'm going to make this battery not as deep this time. I'm going to make it a little bit stubbier. I'm going to do all of this, and this is some sort of gripper here thing that lets you take the battery out, but we're not going to make this 1.5. We will make it 2.1 though. We're going to draw it over here and then move it into place. And I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to call this construction 4. I can make as many of these construction layers. I know there could be better ways of doing it, but it doesn't hurt anyone doing it. And I'm going to go and we'll just draw it down here. All right. Now I'm gonna come over 2.1. That's the total. That's the big dimension for the battery. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to make this 1.25. I'm going to change it. The batteries aren't that big anymore anyway. And I'm going to draw a box. I had to think there for a second. And the outside is 0.10 typical for whatever fillets we see. Radius 0.1. That's very small. M for multiple. Let me just see what this looks like. No, they need to be rounder. There. I'm going to make them 0.2. R for radius, 0.25, M for multiple. Just small. They could even be bigger. And it looks like, let's have a look. We come over 0.5. I'm just looking here. 1.1 is what I'm trying. 1.1 is, so what is that? 0.55, and we'll draw this shape in here. .55. All right. And how far are we coming down? 1. Okay, nice. And I'll get the old main layer going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what did we say? We want to make that the same. So we'll make that 0.25. Don't worry about the drawing. 0.25. Enter. M for multiple. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. And then it looks like there's some horizontal lines going across. Now, how far do we come down? We come down 0.3, and then we come down 0.2. So that's down is that 0.3? Yeah. Offset 0.2. And that's the top and the bottom. Absolutely, if anyone out there can make this drill sexier or a little bit more interested, look, I'm all eyes. I'd love to see it. Now we have another shape that's 0.7. So we have this. We got all of this. Now I'm just thinking, what could we do with that? Yeah. Let's get this 0.7 and 0.8 going. Construction 4. 0.7 and 0.8. So we're going to go 0.35. And then we're going to come down 0.8. We'll do the same again. One, two, three, 4. We're going to make that fillet a little bit smaller. We're going to go R for radius, 0.1, up, enter, and we got that. And then let's do this inner thing. Now the inner thing is all the information is here, and it looks like there's an array of little oblong shapes. Okay, now we come down. What is the distance from there to there? Is 0.3. So this thing starts there. We need to come over 0.25. There's a lot of lines. Okay, and then it comes down 0.4. And this is our shape. One, two, three, 4, 5. Now what size is that? We say it's 0.1 again. Fillet, R for radius, 0.1, M for multiple. Right. Now, I think it's time for another construction layer. I'm telling you, it's hard work, this. New layer, construction 5. I'm having a hard time with it, and I've done this a million times. Yeah, now I'm wondering if I did like a little hatch like that, would that look good? We can always delete it. And what about this? Too much maybe, but anyway, look, we can always delete it. All right, now we'll get the construction 5 layer going, and we'll put this in. And how far down? We need to draw one oblong, and then we'll just array it. We're coming down 0.06 right here. If you're thinking to yourself, how the hell is he remembering all these things? It's because I printed it out. I wouldn't remember these in a million years. 0.06. Now what size is 0.4? So we'll go here, 0.2. From there to there is our boy. Now, and it's 0.04. So we'll get a circle going. And we're going to say D for diameter. and we're going to say 0.04, and I'm going to copy this over to there, and I'm going to get myself a line going from the 12 o'clock to the 12, and from there to there, and I'm going to save it because I can sense that it wants to crash. I can just feel it. Trim. That's too much. Let's just delete that. And then how many of these do we have? We have 5. So what we'll do, we'll go to array, get the old blue rectangle going. What are we doing here? Columns, rows. One column, 5 of these lads. Can I flip the direction of it? I can. Oh, look at that. And I just think I took it 0.06. That's what we want. This should be 0.06, and I go okay. Let me turn off this construction, and I'm going to move this into place. Move, 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 move. There you go. I don't know. This should carry on. This is weird looking. Yeah. Look, it's alright for the time being. So we'll save. We're not sending this. DeWalt is not going to rip this off and design a new drill based on this. Now, it says step number 5, the last main piece in the puzzle is the drill chuck. That's my head that I'm hitting. Now, we'll get a new layer. Construction 6. We'll get a construction line from the center here and just bring that out. And it looks like we have a shaft here that is completely that's completely hatched, a solid hatch. Now let's do this. Offset 0.1. Offset 1.8. Offset 0.4. I'm just getting all these numbers from the drawing. And then offset 1.1. Now where is that coming from? There to there. And then I need an offset of 1.2 divided by 2, which is 0.6. All right. Now, let's go to the main layer. And I'm going to start from here and I'm going to come up. How high? 0.2. Then I'm going to come over. And then I'm going to come down 0.4. And then I'm going to come over. And I'm going to go back up. And I got the shaft in. I'm going to draw a line from here to here to there to there to there, and then it looks like we have an angle, a 10-degree angle. So let's put that in. Construction line, A for angular, 10 degrees, happy days. And let's do it again. A for angular, minus 10. Alright. I'm just trying to think here what's going on. So from there, what's going on there? There to there. I have this pointy bit of the chuck. And then this is our point here. And we need to come up 0.2 to there. And I'm going to come down 0.2 and I'm going to go to there like a parallel line. And I'm going to turn off. Look, I'm going to delete these lines because I'm lazy. And that. And that. And I'm going to go mirror. And select all these objects. 0.1 and 0.2. Let's try that again. Press enter. And we got that. I'm going to get my old hatch going. Solid. I like it. I'm telling you. Starting to look like a drill now. Let's think here. Let's get some fillets going. Fillet. What size of a fillet is that in the corner? It's saying 0.1. And for multiple. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there looks like a line here as well. Let's save that. Your brain must be tired. The last thing in this chuck are all those angular oblong shapes. Now, how are we going to draw them? They're in this piece. So, I'm going to go offset, and I know it doesn't say this, but I'm going to make it 0.1. And I'm going to go, that's 0.1, and from there is 0.1. And I'm going to draw one of them in. Okay, no, let's do this. Let's go to construction 6, and I'm going to get these points. I'm going to get the 0.15, and I'm going to get the 3, and then we're going to draw one of these, then the second and the third, and then I'm going to mirror them over. So hold on. Well, let's do the circles first. What size are these circles? 0.08. D for diameter. 0.08. Copy. Base point, we'll bring it over to there. I'll get the line going. Too much. Look, let's just grab the point and bring it over. And then trim. Press enter before you start trimming stuff, and it just selects everything. Let's go back to construction 6, and we're going to come up, hold on a sec, 0.15. Now we could do it again. Press enter, 0.15, and there's our points. Now watch this. Copy. Alright, that's that. Now that doesn't look right. We need to tilt them up. So I go rotate. I highlight this. The base point of the rotation is there. And this tilts up. Now what's the rotation angle? 5 degrees. Okay. Let's try this next one. What is this? 10 degrees. That looks good enough. I'm going to go mirror, and I'm going to select all the objects. I got to come up here to get that. The blue box, whatever is inside the blue box will be highlighted, and just those is what I want. I press enter to select the objects, and I'm just going to pick 2 points on this mirror, on this construction. Yep. Let's try that again. Now, that looks good. Let's turn off construction 6. Let's save it. Now, I'm definitely too lazy to draw the drill bit. But before we draw the drill bit, let's play around with the gradient. I'm going to start with, no, I'm going to do a linear, and I'm not going to go from blue to yellow. I'm going to go from black to yellow, something like that, and I'm going to turn the angle around to give it a kind of some sort of a shading. And you can make this any color you want. Yeah, a gray would look good. Yeah, the gray looks good. And if I go close hatch, why does it do this? It always does that. Even years ago it used to do that. That's mad. Funny enough. Let's try it again. This area has already been specified. Bloody hell. Let's try this again. Yeah, that's a pain. We'll select all of these. But why doesn't it select inside here? If I click on this, it looks like, yeah. Now what happens if can I remove that? And then I go, is it going to recreate? If I go close, yeah, this. I don't know. I know you're going to have the same issue. If you can figure it out, I'll be impressed. I'm going to pause this for a second, see if I can figure it out. I haven't figured it out, but my instinct is it's because of the text box. All right, so watch this. Let's see. How good am I? I'm going to move the text out of it. I'm going to delete the gradient. I'm going to redo the gradient. See what I mean? I'm telling you. And that. Do we like that? I don't know. I feel like we want to make that a bit darker. And it doesn't update in real time, but let's go OK. No. Yeah, maybe you can get a nicer looking aesthetic to it, but let's put this back in, center it up properly. All right, I like it. And then what did we do here? we'll make that a different color. We'll go from grey to black, will we? Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, I like that actually. You can see that I'm pretty sad on a Friday night. I'm getting a kick out of a gradient of a bloody drill when the rest of these are probably a partying. Do we want that, or do we want it the other way around? That's what happens when you get married. Now, I'm only joking. It's totally worth it. Now, that doesn't look too bad. What happens if we do this? I really need to get a life that I'm excited about this. That's too much. What happens if we change? Put a gradient in there. And then let's that doesn't look too bad. You can look, play around with it, see what you get. We need a drill bit. So how are we going to get a drill bit? I don't want to draw that. Drill bit, AutoCAD block. Oh, we're going to have to pay for this. Hard. Let's have a look at something. This will be too easy. We're going to the old trusty McMaster car. I'm just going to pick any one at all. 290 2901A126. I'm going to get a 2D drawing. Geez, I'm feeling good about this. Download. Where can I put this? Look at that. That's hardly the open. Oh, you can't beat McMaster card. There's no doubt about it. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is just amazing. There's our drill bit. Let's go back to the other one. Control V. Look at that. Is that straight? Is it? Move. What I'm going to do, let's do this. Jeez, I'm telling you, McMaster card blows me head sometimes. I wonder what else we could get here, and just put it in there. I want this to be funny. Let's just type in drill. A drill bit. Electric drill. Now, if this thing is in CAD, I'm giving up teaching. No. Milwaukee. They only sell Milwaukees. DeWalt. Now that would be cool. That's fancy, isn't it? A ratchet-based hand drill. That'd be too cool. Anyway, look, this is it. Go to your title block. I want you to add some reference dimensions on the drawing. I want you to make it like it is. I want you to do a nice job with the title block. I've noticed that quite a few of you are doing kind of a half-assed job with the title block. This would look better if this was flipped around. It would fit the page a bit better. If I draw a line here and I go mirror, go back to model space, and we'll right click. Let's get this zoom real time. Make it a little bit bigger. That's it. Look, if you've gotten this far, well done. Give it a lash and see what you can change. Look, we've only been playing around with this for like an hour and a quarter, and we've got a half decent drill. So that's it. I hope you are all doing well. That's example number 14. What's moving on to next? I'm going to spend the next few lessons. We're going to practice orthographic projection drawings a lot more. I'm supposed to teach you that a lot more than just doing funky drills. So we're going to be spending at least 2 to 3 weeks doing a lot more orthographic projection. And if I'm in the mood, which I probably will be, I'll draw it in 3D as well. So look, I hope everyone in the course is doing okay, and take care.